Hello, everybody. Well, things are getting a little bit ripe here, as in when you come out of hospital, they give you social services give you a care package. In fact, they won't let you come out of hospital unless you get one, because they think that you just can't survive without carers coming in. So the thing they gave me was 4 visits a day. So the first one, they come in, they make me a cup of coffee and a piece of toast. That's it. Then the second visit, they come and they hoist me out my bed into my wheelchair and then go. That's it. Tea time one, they come and hoist me back into bed. So this is using the hoist, which is a bit of a luxury. And then bedtime one, they just turn up, say, do you need anything? And I say, no. And they say, right, have a nice night, see you later. Absolute waste of time. So, you get the free ones. And then they've just sent me a prospective bill for ongoing care, which is like 150 quid a week or 600 a month, which I can't afford. They seem to think after doing an assessment, I've got all this spare money. Anyway, they've just been on now saying, you get attendance allowance, don't you? And I said, yes, I do. I said, where does that go? And I says, it goes to people that attend for me, that cook for me, clean for me, that do me washing, go to the chemist for me, go to the doctors, whatever. That's all goes. And they just sort of named a name. Is it that person that's doing it for you? And I said, yeah. I said, but, what's that got to do with you? They said, well, can't you have a word and then sort of, because we can do all that for you, at the council, instead of this friend doing it, who's been doing it for the last 5 years plus. Let the council do it, and then you can afford 150. Well, we might put it up a bit, actually, because might be some extra visits. This is for people. I mean, you get to know them eventually. Now and again, you don't get the same ones all the time. So, but now and again you get, but they're not. I don't know. It's like being at work or something, and then you've got different other members of staff that are here some days and not other days, whatever. But I'm certainly not getting rid of me attendance allowance, giving it to the council. And that's the second time this girl's phoned me. First time she says, oh, check out, I think you've been charged too much, because the last time we assessed you, it was only £23 a week, not 150, only a year ago. Has anything changed? Are you earning more money? I said, well, of course I'm not. I'm retired. I'm just onto this. Right, well, don't pack up the services. I says, I can't afford to. She says, well, we could do another assessment if you like. And I said, how long is that going to take? She says, oh, it might be a couple of weeks. I says, and I'm paying 150 quid a week whilst you do that. I said, I tell you what, I've made a decision. I'm just sacking it. As of Sunday, close of play, please don't send anybody else, because I'm not entertaining stroke pain for them. So, oh yeah, well, don't be like that. Right, I'm going to need to talk to somebody else, because this person's only a student apparently, and find out what to do. So she's obviously spoken to somebody since the first phone call, who said, right, well, I'll tell you what, there's money there that's spare, going to people that are going shopping for him and doing his washing and all that sort of thing. We should have that money. It shouldn't be. But attendance allowance is a benefit you can get, and you pay it to anybody. It's not sort of, it's got to be paid. And I want receipts and stuff. And that's another thing. She says, have you got any evidence of where the money's going? I said, what? I says, really doing me head in. But it's made me mad, but also very heels dug in now. End of the carers. Nice as they are, they've got other people to look after, and the council can just go and stuff itself. If in the future, that's the other thing. If something happened, say I went into hospital again for God knows what, coming out, they probably wouldn't let me come out unless I had a care package, so it'd start again. So it's all rubbish, really, isn't it? Anyway, that's enough of me moaning for today. What a load of moaning. Right, so they've got the register. And the register, that badge that I got from my friend Sarah, it says, what does it say? Something about being an alky, brackets unregistered, because I had some ambulance people here once when I'd fallen off my bed. And one of the ambulance people said, because there was a lot of bottles of booze about, I think it was Christmas or whatever. Mind you, it doesn't matter what day or time of year it is. I like having all my ukuleles about on the walls and that, and in my hand. And I like bottles of booze and cans of booze, because that's what I do. I play ukulele, I make these little videos, and I drink booze. So alcohol dependent, that's what I'm officially. That's a nice way of saying alky. And who's that bloke on there? Oh, what's his name? I think he was going out with one of the Kardashians. Anyway, he's been saying some really hurtful things about Jewish people or something. And he's been held to account for it. And he says, oh yeah, but I'm bipolar. It wasn't me actually saying that. It was me other side, me other brain. So like, it used to be called a schizophrenic. Now it's bipolar. Anyway, that's enough. So, yeah, so the register, that's where that idea came from. So you don't have to be a drinker to be on the register. You just need to leave me a comment and then I'll find your name and you're on it. So, people, today we had MGG Studios, who was quite enthusiastic about the guitar. This is the one I'm using today, MGG. Look how many knobs and things are on it. It's a beast. So MGG Studios, and then I think it's a new subscriber called Maddox that really liked the video. And then of course Ross Turner, can't believe this bloke, he can make alcohol out of water, wine out of water. And he had all these videos going. He was making all these different things that he was making into booze. You know, sort of fruit juices off the Aldi shelves and that, supermarket shelves, cheap orange juice and whatever, and turning it into booze. And then I think he ran out of steam a little bit at one point, and he's put a video on today where basically the majority of it is him whisking sugar into a jug of water. But I still watched it all the way to the end. And I sort of knew it wasn't going to get any better. In fact, the highlight, because he has what he calls a palate cleanser. So it's a can of beer. And he had a nice swig of that halfway through with a belch. And I thought, yeah, that's Ross Turner. And look him up, he's on Turner Films. And you'll see his videos. He's a really entertaining bloke. Right, oh, that was that. Who else have we got? Yesterday, tea time and bedtime duties. Actually, they come in, are you all right? Have a nice evening. That was Kath and Abby. And then this morning, we had Plain Jane and Kath. They were here at breakfast time. And then at lunchtime, we had Michelle, Marbelle, and Marion doing the hoist. So they got me out of bed and into my chair. And No, I don't think they're back this evening. I think it's different people this evening. It's how it is at the minute. It's all getting jumbled up. Somebody else is running the shop. Just go. This is bourbon. Jim Beam. And something in my mind one day told me I wanted some bourbon because I like whiskey, but I thought I need some bourbon, which is like a heavier sort of, I think it's the same strength, but it's like a thicker sort of taste. And it must be like subliminal. One of my guitars on the wall, it's a cigar box guitar. It's only got 3 strings, and you plug it in and use a glass slide bottleneck, whatever. But it's got I don't know, somebody, I can't see it from here, but it's got somebody's bourbon advert on the front. And I think that must have got in my mind. And so I got this bourbon, and when I first started trying it, took my throat out. Took some, getting some taming, I think, really. But that's what I'm on at the minute, and then a bit of wine as well. Yeah, who comes? Me amplifier, it's Bluetoothed up to the laptop, so any sound music playing, it comes through me Bluetooth speaker. Already what I've done now. Yeah, so yesterday I had Steph and Anna came to see me in the afternoon. That was good. Right, anyway, so this song I'm going to do is the Beatles. Help, I need somebody. Help, not just anybody. Help, you know I need some help. When I was younger, so much younger than today, I never needed anybody's help in any way. But now these days are gone, I'm not so selfish, now I find I've changed my mind, I've opened up the door. Help me if you can, I'm feeling down. I do appreciate you being around. Help me get my feet back on the ground. Won't you please help me? I'm just going to roll myself back because it could be somebody else playing this ukulele and not me, because you can't see him. Now I can't see the words. Here we go. And now my life has changed in so many ways. My independence seems to vanish in the haze. But every now and then I feel so insecure. I know I need you like I've never done before. Help me if you can, I'm feeling down, 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 down. I do appreciate you being round, round. Help me get my feet back on the ground. Won't you please, please, please help me? Now I've just got to do the words up because I can't see them. And everything takes so long to do when you're in a wheelchair. Right, here we go then. Oh, it's always the chorus. Oh well, never mind. Let's do that then. Help me if you can, I'm feeling down. I do appreciate you being round. Help me get my feet back on the ground. Won't you please, please help me? Oh. Help me if you can, I'm feeling down. And I do appreciate you being round. That was me getting all the chords wrong and making a completely different song up. But there you go. But what a beast of a ukulele this is, made by Flight. Got lots of Flight ones. And my plug-in amplifier and that. So yeah, that's 16 minutes on the video so far. So yeah, excuse me, got to get it aggressive with the council because they're getting very pushy, which I think they shouldn't be doing because I'm a vulnerable adult. I'm disabled, I'm elderly, and alcohol dependent, which is another disability. And it used to be just like you're an alkie, but now it's like bipolar, isn't schizophrenia. Can't remember that bloke's name. Just people making up excuses to get away with everything. Yeah, if I had a badge that said, yeah, that's it. That I don't think I took. The ambulance woman said, are you a registered alcoholic because of all the booze around? And I didn't know there was such a thing. So I said, well, I'm not, but I want to be on it. I'll be on that register if I can. Anyway, Googled it. There isn't. It's just alcohol dependent, which is a bit boring. Sounds a little bit safe. Registered alcoholic. You could rob banks and everything. Like a bloke with a bipolar. Say what he wants. Hey, it wasn't me said that. It was me other brain. It wasn't me that robbed the bank. It was me, other me. Brilliant. Yeah, anyway, so I've done nearly 20 minutes. Well, nearly 18 minutes, actually. Right, anyway, so that's it. I'm going for now. Hopefully I'll have some more concrete news tomorrow. But I've got to be firm with this. I looked up my direct debits today. Nobody's actually started me off with any, like incoming or whatever. So I don't know if the social's got all my details and they'll do it automatically. I've just got to make sure it doesn't happen. And if it does appear, I'll just cancel it. And then I might put in a claim for harassment, how it's hurt my feelings. Not just my feelings, me other feelings. Me alcoholic other me hurt feelings. I mean non-alcoholic as well. Both the pair of us. In fact, we're nearly schizophrenic, aren't we? But maybe not. Right, anyway, I'm going to turn this off just by pressing that button. Yeah, it's turned off. But yeah, I like that song, Help. I saw the movie, with Kevin Langley. When I was at junior school, we went to some cinema in Nottingham and saw Help. I think it was Help. It's either Help or A Hard Day's Night. And his dad, he was a boozer, lived in a care home, did whoever I've just said the name of. And I didn't know about care homes at the time. I just knew he lived in this big house and there was like strange people wandering about. and his dad had come back from the boozer. He was Irish, really red face, and really looked like a boozer. And I didn't know what one of those would look like at that age because we were only kids, only still at junior school. And Kev, I think his name is Kev. He says, "Oh, we want to go to the cinema." I said, "But Michael hasn't got any money. Can you give us some money to?" He says, "Oh, well, he ought to get his parents to pay for this. I can't be hanging out, giving out money willy-nilly and everything." And then in the end, he gave in, and I got there. I got to see the Beatles film, Care of his dad. We used to, sometimes we'd make a little bonfire and cook baked potatoes on it and sausages in his garden to sell to any residents that came out. But the residents sort of didn't come out, and if they did, they hadn't got any money on them. Another failed venture. Right, I'm going now anyway. Thanks for watching. Like, share and register. That's it. Get your name in there in the comments, and then you'll be on the register tomorrow. And I'll reply to your comment as well. That's how generous I am. Well, that's how sort of I watch some of these YouTube things and they say, "I'm sorry I can't reply to all of you." I'm lucky if I get one person leaving a comment. But words and music in the description on the YouTube channel, which is Wheelchair Ukulele with Lollipop Man, or the TikTok channel, which is User Lollipop Man, all one word. And that's it. 22 minutes and a bit more, and I'm gone. So thanks for watching. See you tomorrow. Bye.